You gonna get a gate? When are you gonna get a gate? I'm working on it.
First, we got to get all these trees and stumps removed. The stump grinder dude's been out here since early this morning. Getting some stump grinding going on, weed whacking, wood chipping. So where the trees used to be is now mulch. I don't know if we can take this stump with him. I told him some of the big pieces will keep for firewood. That's too big over there though.
Yeah, this saga with this gate in the wall has been going on for over a year. And I finally decided to take some serious action. We're spending some serious money. I watched a video of one of my other car peers, Rob Ferretti, who spent like $50,000 on the retaining wall and gate around his house. And doing this kind of stuff is just crazy expensive in today's new world of overpriced stuff. Yeah, so firewood. We've got firewood. Look at that. It's a small portion of it, but you know. Gonna be working on this back area. I need to get these trees trimmed. Need to top them off a bit, shorten them, get rid of some of this deadness. But it's just very expensive. You can spend a lot of money. Bro, you could just throw tens of thousands of dollars at trees. Had no idea the value of trees, the cost to maintain a tree, the cost to cut down a tree, to buy a tree. Trees cost a lot of money. They really do. Okay, what else is happening in the world of Videobob? Check it out, I got a hot tub. A little cute two-person hot tub. Yeah, we're stuck in this corner. It's a little two-person hot tub. It's not hot yet, just filled it up. And my friends go, a two-person hot tub, where's your wife gonna sit? It's just you and Eric in there. No, I'm just kidding. This is it's called a Hot Springs Solera or something. I just wanted it for me and my wife. A place that we can come out, you know, we can get the pool, we can get out of the pool, chill in the hot tub, get little bubbles. You know, the price of hot tubs have really gone up lately. Like a tiny little hot tub like this is probably $5 or $6 grand. I got it used from a guy on Facebook. I think I paid $1,600 for it. A couple $100 for the delivery, another $100 for the. I got $2,000 in the thing. It's used. It's not perfect, but I was not gonna pay $5,000-$6,000 for a hot tub. I got two in this thing, so whatever. It's fine. Came with a cover. It's a couple years old, but you know, it's a bowl of hot water. That's all you really need. But I was looking at whoever designed this thing is stupid because like you're now facing the wall, right? This one's facing that way because it goes in the corner. They put the cord on the front of this thing. You had to run an extension cord around to plug it into the back. It's just goofy. My pool needs to be resurfaced. It's stained. I had it acid washed when we first moved in, and like it's clean, right? It's clean, but after so many years, the concrete stains, it fades, you know, and we've cleaned the shit out of it, but this is what it looks like. I think it's probably hasn't been replastered in 10 or 15 years, or maybe since it was new. They probably put it in the 80s or 90s, and it's probably never been done. So I reached out to some companies that do epoxy painting for the pools. So they said what they do is they come out, they clean it, they acid wash it, they sand it down, then they epoxy it. Now we were talking about different colors because I don't want to just do white or blue. Everybody does blue. So you know what I want to do? You know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to epoxy the pool red. Yeah. Come on. Imagine a big bloody red pool. And then I was thinking we should just paint a big black shark in the middle of the pool. We were really thinking about some different ideas to paint the pool. So I want to paint it red. I think I'm going to put a giant TCB, an Elvis TCB, right in this area when you walk in. What do you think? Go in the comments. Tell me what you think. All right, the other thing going on here is, you know, I've got this Sundowner trailer that I bought, and I'm trying to do some fixing up on it. So it did not have the powered jacks. Hey, let's buy a $40,000 trailer and jack it up by hand. Morons. So I bought this bulldog attachment here. Now this was a hell of a job. You have to disassemble this thing. There is a pin in here that has to be extracted. That took some special tools. And what happens is this thing replaces the other shaft. Look at this shaft. I like to say shaft. So anyway, this motor costs 500 bucks. What you do is you have to align it, you know, with the gear right there, put in the pin. Then you have to weld this little collar into place, and that's what holds it into place. And then that pin basically holds it here, and then there's a cover here, and then you wire it in with a controller. And as you can see, this was a greasy mess of hell. I was out here very late last night working on this. So I had to run down to Harbor Freight's, get me. I was trying to use this as a punch. Don't do that. I went and bought some proper punches and a mallet. Knocked that pin out. Here's the pin, which I still had to extract with these vice grips here. And finally got it out. And by the way, I fashioned this, right? I sacrificed one of my freaking, what do you call it? You know, impact socket. Drilled a hole through it with my drill press, attached it to the shaft because I got tired of winding this handle. So I attached that to my impact and just went zzz. Now I thought about it and I go, you know, you could probably buy an impact and do this cheaper than you could buy the gosh darn controller. This thing costs 500 bucks. You can go buy like an impact for a couple $100. What else did I buy? I went crazy. I went to the Camp Out, which is the local supplier for trailer stuff. And I bought this utility toolbox. All right, so check this out. Oh, I can't open the door any more than that. Hold on. There's nothing in here. So I bought this utility box. That box cost 500 bucks. Boxes are expensive. It's off center because I was thinking about mounting it off center. I'm gonna mount this Badlands winch from Harbor Freight in there. It's gonna have U-bolts that go right through the floor around the frame, so you can go buy U-shaped or D-shaped bolts that go in there. And that will sit nicely in the box. The battery will mount in the box. I'll just use a couple of 2x2 angles and just bracket it. Either put the battery over there or maybe right behind it. Keep the gravity center properly. This is the controller to that lift motor. You open this and there's a up and down button. Then of course I have the remote for the winch. I bought some other things. I got some of these fog lights. I'm going to mount like one right above this door shining down, two back there. It's kind of dark in here, but maybe you could see with the camera. I bought these aluminum ramps that are used. These are some long aluminum ramps because there's no ramps mounted to the back of these doors, but they need some repair done to them. But I bought them used for 200 bucks, and that's a pretty good deal if you've ever bought ramps. I still have to finish fixing these rods and piston lifts and things for this door to work properly, and then I got to fix the things for this fender. What else is hauling? So every time I buy a trailer, I pimp it out. I always put in a winch, and I like to put in power jacks. Those two things every car hauling trailer needs to have. And this is a 12,000 pound winch, which really is overkill. I mean, this is designed to mount to the front of your truck, and it needs to have enough power to pull yourself out of a situation. But the reason I had to go with a larger 12,000 pound winch is because I needed enough cable and also the ability to use a wireless controller. Because what you need to be able to do, folks, is you need to be able to sit inside your car holding this wireless remote and pull yourself in if you have a car that doesn't run. But even if the car does run, whether it runs or not is irrelevant, really. Because the issue is a lot of times when you're trying to load a certain wide car. Now this has the escape hatch that comes out the side, but let's say you're loading, you know, a 1959 Cadillac hearse like in Ghostbusters. The car is over 20 feet long. That door is gonna go past that escape door. That car, even though the surface area of this is 30 feet, by the time you put the car in here, see what these D-rings are? The car would take up the entirety of this and weighs 7,500 pounds. Whereas the car's gonna go, and you're not gonna be able to open the door to get out. So the best way to load that car, which is super long, is to have those ramps with the door raised up. You know, I'm gonna put some rubber stoppers on the back of that door. And this is how you do it, folks. Ask me, I know. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I gotta fix this fender. I'm gonna add some 6-inch rubber blocks back there, and then also, so when this comes down, it'll sit and it'll be 6 inches off the ground, and then those ramps are gonna mate up to it, and that will add to the distance of the rake so that when you're loading the car, and since you won't be able to get out of the car once it's in, you'll use that winch. You could stand here, you could be back there, whatever, use that wireless winch. Now you need a big enough winch that has enough cable to go past 30 feet. That is 40 something feet of cable. I might have to still add on to it. And that'll suck that car all the way up in here once you get the nose of it to here, because you're gonna need this area here open. Now you could put 2 small cars in here. You could put a couple of Fieros, a couple of DeLoreans, a couple of small 15-foot cars that would fit in here. But a lot of the times you're really only gonna fit 1 car in the trailer because you're gonna have other stuff and you need to have room for other things. And a trailer this size, or this aluminum weight, really doesn't weigh much because it's completely 100% aluminum. So what I need to do is, if we go crawling up under here, which I don't want to do, but this is why you watch my show. Okay. Oof. All right, you see these aluminum beams here? These aluminum I-beams, they're not that heavy duty, but they're heavy duty enough. So this second one right here, or this third one, this is where I'm going to mount the hitch. I'm thinking probably this is the second one from the header. So if I put that toolbox right here and then have a U-bolt, right, that goes around this, and you know, I'm going to go check at the hardware store and see if I can find some that are this exactly. The thing is they have to match up with the hitch. So they might have to be wider. So what I might have to do is just have a couple of steel brackets made, drill holes through them, and have just a long bolt go through here with a washer that holds. But it'll clamp to this. And, you know, I'm hoping that that's enough, you know, because this is going to be being pulled on by that winch. But, you know, you're not putting it under that much stress. So these beams are pretty tight. Might have to double up the, you know, you've got some bracketry coming back there, that centerpiece. So might have to double up on them. But I think one of them would probably hold once it goes all the way through there. Just the way it's designed. But you could see how well built this thing is. It's all aluminum. All these beams are aluminum. All the floor is aluminum. The whole thing is aluminum. Now you've got some stainless sides and then a stainless nose, because it's just a little bit more robust to handle dings and scrapes and things. And then this is all regular steel here, steel construction for this part of the frame. And so this hitch, I'm replacing this hitch. Now I had ordered what's called the shocker hitch, which has an airbag pivot on it, so that when it's resting on your balls, you when it's resting on your ball, it will allow you to, it will take up a lot of the bumps, the shimmies, the shakes, and the rickety racks when you're driving this thing. This is a little damaged. It's just a little stretched, but there's these 2 bolts here that pin the thing into space. So I've ordered the shocker hitch. I'm really pissed at Shocker right now. It's a long story, but I ended up ordering the wrong one, but only because I couldn't get through to them. I was kind of upset. I don't know. It's my fault ultimately, but I'm pissed about it because I had to ship the other one back. It cost me almost $200 at my expense. You know, oh, it's your fault you ordered the wrong one. Oh, it's your fault because I couldn't get you to answer the question of which one I need. Whatever. I guess I should just wait around for weeks for them to answer their mail. Okay. But anyway, I just don't understand why somebody would buy a premium trailer like this. It's probably $40,000, $50,000. And go, oh, $500 extra for the power jack? Yeah, fuck that. No, I like to get out and wind the jack up like I'm a Viking rowing a ship. You know how long it takes to wind this thing up? Like 10 minutes. Get out of town. Put the power jack on. Could you get in my trailer, honey? Just get in there. Because I want to put a winch in my trailer.
Oh, God. Shut up.
Come on, you winch. Get in. Raw, get in my trailer. You little winch. People are like, look at Mrs. Videobob laughing at him. What are you doing over there with your Cradle of Filth shirt? She's excited because I took her to meet Danny Filth, and she was excited because she likes heavy metal. He's not even heavy metal. What is that called? Death metal?
Black metal.
Black metal. She likes black metal. Show me your black metal face. That's your black metal face? Arrgh. Well, Danny Filth, if you're watching my video, thank you so much for being nice to Rachel. She was excited to meet you. All right. We almost went to the Halloween show last night. They played at Brooklyn Bowl, whatever. Halloween. we like heavy metal. We're old people. We listen to heavy metal. All right, tomorrow I'm going to go to the Cars and Coffee and take this for the first time, and I want to get it ready. What is this? This dripped, I guess, up there. What? Goddamn DeLorean. So I want to get this ready to go to the Cars and Coffee. I'm going to put the roof back on it and the windows because it's going to be sunny. And I'm going to I have to hand lower the headlights down. Although it is nice out. Maybe I'll take it out for a drive tonight. I don't know. I do love this thing. It's great. It's so much more fun with the top off as a Targa top. I know that's not how it's supposed to be. But it's just, it's a fun convertible. I mean, whatever. It's just a fun car. You know, a lot of people are hating on it. They're like, oh, you know, it's not a real car. Listen, it's real fun. People like seeing it. I don't have a lot of money in it. I'm not trying to make anybody think I'm not trying to make anybody think I'm rich or anything. These different haters that are like, you know, oh, you're a wannabe. You're all like trying to make people think you're rich by living in $1 million house in Vegas and driving a Rolls Royce Phantom around everywhere you go and having a car collection of like 25 cars and wearing Rolexes and stuff. Like, I don't know who you think you are. You're trying to make people think you're something you're not by paying cash for everything that you own and having perfect credit and having zero debt. Like, I know, I'm such a fake wannabe poser. It's ridiculous. So I've been cleaning the car, and I took those goofy black Walmart seat covers out. And there are these white with red piping seats in there. They don't exactly go with the rest of the car, but I mean, I guess they do, but they're actually pretty nice. And I was like, why are they covered up? And he had put black duct tape all over this, and I thought the seat was all just ripped to hell. That's why he put the cover on, but it wasn't. It's just got a little abrasion here from getting in and out. And he put black duct tape, so I had to use Goo Gone to get all of the adhesive off. I'm like, why wouldn't you just get some white duct tape? It looks better than black. I mean, so anyway, I'm gonna have these reupholstered because the seats themselves are pretty decently correct bucket seats. So I'm just gonna get them done black, maybe Alcantara with red diamond stitching, or just maybe in the same pattern as the Countach. But, and maybe not with the red piping. I think the red piping usually looks kind of goofy. Probably just doing black. Maybe a combination, sort of like my Dodge that has both black pebble leather with Alcantara in there. Keep you from sliding around. The carpeted dash, it's kind of goofy. All right, I've been out here cleaning this thing up for the last couple hours. Now it's dark out. Got the fog lights to work. Apparently the ground had just come off, which this is the coolest way to see the car with the fog lights on. Nobody likes the headlights popped up. Looks pretty good. You know, the thing about this particular kit car is that from what I understand from the guy that built it, because I've been talking to the guy that originally built the car, it wasn't splashed off of a real Countach. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, for one thing, as an anniversary, this is not an anniversary rear end. Well, kind of. It's a Countach rear end, but it doesn't have the anniversary wraparound bumper that should be there. What he explained to me is the guy that originally built the first version of the kit had built a regular pre-88 car. For those of you that know, is the 88.5. They added the strakes at the bottom, and then 89, they added this change on the top and a bunch of other things, bumpers and whatnot. So from what I understand, he you know, you could get the anniversary version of this or the 87 version of these taillights. So you put that in, which these aren't correct because the blinker should be on the outside, the taillight should be on the inside. Whatever. I have some real Lamborghini taillights on the other car that I'm going to put on here later. Anyway, yeah, this should have the rear bumper wrap around that comes. There should be like a split here that should wrap around. So you've got an 87 body with 89 parts added to it. But the important part here is that because it wasn't molded off of an actual Lamborghini, it doesn't have the correct width of a Lamborghini, which is good because they designed it to be a stubby, as they know, or a non-stretch version. So it's the basic wheelbase of a Fiero, which hasn't been stretched or widened. And because they just basically eyeballed it and hand carved it, I guess, it has the proportions are more correct in the width. So because it's not as wide, it doesn't look as goofy, right? As some of the other kit cars that are out there. So it's slightly more narrow, which means you could probably fit it in a trailer, which is fantastic. And you know, nobody's out there measuring the thing. Nobody's trying to figure out inch by inch how correct it is. So, you know, is it correct, Lamborghini? No. But is it cool? Very much. I mean, for the amount of money that it is. And listen, it's just a kit car. It's just for fun. I'm not trying to make anybody think I have a real Lamborghini. And quite frankly, if you had a real Lamborghini, you wouldn't be able to enjoy it the way you can drive this thing. I don't think. This is going to be an ongoing project. I'm going to keep working on this thing. You're going to see this thing a lot. I think it's cool as shit. Look at that thing. All right? Look at this. Look at the angles you get. Like, I don't think you realize how tiny this car is. It's really, really low. Like, I'm standing here, like, let me give it a perspective. This thing comes up, I don't know, to my belly button, maybe. If I were, I mean, it's really low. But, you know, compared to the DeLorean, I'm used to that kind of thing, so. All right, that's the end of this video. I'm going to take it to the car show tomorrow. And I'll get some video of it there, and I'll get some reactions. See you later.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Everything that's cool here in Las Vegas. I'm Videobob.
Hi, I'm Gene Simmons. You're not. And you're watching, what else? Videobob. Now get out.